A year or so ago, Anne Stevens invited me to be a part of the show after I'd exhibited this work for the second time at Roslyn Oxley's gallery, and I thought it was a wonderful invitation to be a part of this. I mean, it's a fantastic show. It's a range of works that are from very early works in the 60s, and that kind of interesting relationship to my own work, that historical relationship to optics as well as to these artists from the 60s, whom have been very important in the influence of the development of many of the other people's works inside of this show.
My name's Anne Stevens. I'm the curator of the exhibition Mirror Mirror, Then and Now. I was interested in looking at the idea of artists using mirrors, really prompted by an off-the-cuff remark from the artist Ian Byrne. He found many of his contemporaries in New York working with mirrors: Robert Smithson, Yoko Ono, various other artists in the show. And it was that kind of revelation about suddenly this advent of the use of mirrors that I was really interested to examine. Many of the artists in this show were reacting against the sense of painting being simply about the optical. And in works like Robert Smithson's, which is a floor piece upstairs, you see him bringing mirrors into the space of the gallery, and what happens is that you have not only the sense of the interior of the space becoming part of the work, but they also bring the viewer into the work. The other aspect of the show that I wanted to pick up on was the now part, and to look at how contemporary Australian artists have used mirrors. And there's a range from this work of Christian Capurro through to the Tower of Peter Cripps and so on. I think that these artists are artists who have inherited the minimal conceptual legacy and are now expanding it in various architectural ways, or taking it back to the question of painting.
A lot of the works I've made over the years invite you to be a part of the work. The work has the voice of a scientist who was a very special person in my childhood called Julius Sumner Miller. And Julius Sumner Miller would be on the TV where he would actually explain to you about the physics and the wonderment of science. You're asked to enter into the work by picking up the telephone and to listen to the work. There's a loop tape inside the work, and it's the snippet of him talking about the idea of looking into a mirror, the physics of reflection. I feel very privileged to be in this show, and it's a very exciting show to be in.